Welcome. Please come to a seated position to begin practice. Sitting so that you're aligned and relaxed. Feeling free to add props or to find alternatives to any of these requests so that you are practicing self-compassion, causing no harm through your practice of yoga. And actually taking time to be and to let go of the mental energy that we can accumulate in our lives. Come into some body time, some breath time. Gently noticing how you feel, if there's anything that might feel a little more comfortable if you changed it a little bit or did a little bit of refining. Breathe deeply in and deeply out. Let it gush out of your mouth. Let your shoulders relax down as you breathe out. Do that twice more, just letting go. Do a little lion's breath on this next one, opening the mouth. And then smoothing your head a few times. Just go from the forehead back, maybe 3 times. Smoothing, releasing tension. Inhale, upward reach. Move your wrists. Gaze up. Stretch your eyes gently up. I've been thinking about the eyes as we come into spring season. One more time. Energize, reach, breathe in. Hands together as you breathe out, down the center line, aware of that central channel of energy. Bring your thumbs into the center of your chest and lift that skin a little bit. Feel the corresponding spread of the shoulder blades. Take a moment with your back heart alignment. The tops of the shoulder blades going outward, the bottoms coming in towards the spine. Feel that set your arm bones into the shoulder joints. How is your neck? Heartbeat. Ujjayi pranayama. Cultivating the stretched out flow from inhale to exhale. Through the nose, gentle sound. One more time, keeping a little bit of pressure on the heart center, just light contact so you feel your heart beating off to the left. Breathe in. Down your chin, shoulders down the back of your body. Not forcing any of this. Let the hands lighten from the chest press. Releasing tension in the back of your skull and your neck and shoulders. You may create intention or dedication or attitude towards your practice here. Attitude of equanimity. Then lift up your chin, breathing in. Release 2 legs out, position, shifting. If you need to elevate or behind the knees, let your knees bend, needed. And a little bit of flow. So you need your pelvis to tilt forward for forward folds. Otherwise, you really won't go very far if you're back here. So try to find a pelvic tilt to come forward and stretch the tops of your feet, bring your head down, finding that shape. And we'll go back and forth between that and a lean back. So the pelvis is tilting back. We're not rounding the back. Lean back. So you feel a little challenged. Pull back your toes and go the other way. So a little warm up of the body, a little boat pose as you lean back. 3, Slide your hands up and down your legs. Feel that vibration of the touch, the textures, temperatures, sense of touch. One more time. Really go into the forward position for a moment. Take an extra breath. Calmness. And then slowly go back. Set your shoulders as you come up. Lean back. Use your toes to help you hold yourself back in that boat pose. And release. Please come to both knees to the left side of your neck for a seated twist. Stacking the legs, and it's way off center, and that's normal. You can sit on a blanket. We'll use our arms here as we come around. Open belly, tall spine, very important here, no harming. Really pay attention. Your whole spine can turn in this twist. Include your head and neck. Be light on your hands. So your gaze down your nose, breathing steadily. One more time. With exhale, come back slowly to center. Give a little turn the other direction. Take a breath. And release head first, changing sides. Just a stacking of your legs, they can intersect or not. Take a moment to arrange. Bharavajasana. Tall, lift out of your waist, long waist to help you find that belly turn. So when we have our cross leg twist, we're not able to turn the lower back as much. But here we get a little lower back turn. Go all the way up to your head. Light fingers. Breathe steadily. 2, 3. Yoga is the settling of the mind into stillness. Still completely. I'll take the time you need to reverse that and go the other way for a breath. Curious. Helps you have that attitude of equanimity. Be with it, flow with it, and release. It's all impermanent. Pull back to a puppy pose from your hands and knees. Next, lengthen the spine so toes tuck. Mindful sitting back. Knees are about hip distance apart. So you may stop at any point here for your hips, your knees, your ankles, your feet, whatever it is that tells you that's enough. And then long arms, elbows up, armpits up, head down. Sometimes it's nice to retuck the toes once you're into the shape. Broad back, spreading hands, broad chest. Feel your palms and fingers grounded. One more breath. Breathing into cow spine, keep the stance a little spread between the hands and the knees. Cat spine, exhale, tuck under your tail, mid back, towards the sky, head down. Slowly extend, breathing in, spin your hands out. Breathing out, head bows down, you look back between your feet as you tuck your tail. Slowly, slowly, one more time. Gradually lift your tail, feel it move through your low back, up into the rib cage, and then a little lengthening of your neck and head forward. And the exhale, head down, let that travel through the mid back, down the spine to the tail, all the way back. Keep your spine round as you sit back slowly. Take your time, resist it. Feel that stretching all along the back of the body. And then drape your arms in a relaxed way. Head down, child's pose. The hips can be high or low. You can have a little pillow that you tuck behind your knees. Whatever you need to do. The breath and the mind is what it's all about. One more time, breathe deeply. Exhale completely. And coming up for tiger pose, sit back to the tabletop. This could be done from the forearms if needed. Wrists a little ahead of the shoulders, stand them out comfortably. Work up into the low belly, have a moment, maybe put a hand there, asking for your core awareness to be present. Uddiyana Bandha. Right leg reaches back, just straight back, doesn't need to be high, just lengthen back. Inhale energy with cow spine. The exhale is the pull to center. The elbows curl in, knee comes in towards them, head down. Carry out a few more times at your own pace. Fully extend and fully flex. 3, 4, not holding back and not forcing. One more time. And release for the second side. You reset your hands, give them a little pause if you need it. Back and forth. And second side, tiger, tiger. Extend, breathe in. Breathe out. This is like chaturanga with the arms. Are you hugging in, dipping down? Extend like upward dog. 3, 4, slow flow. And 5. Come up and tuck your toes under and bring your hands back for soul stretch. So just as much as it feels good, just got my toes tucked under. Sitting back, using the hands for a little counter. So you can sit all the way on your heels if that works for your body. One more time. Moving off your feet. Bring your legs close together and stretching the other side of the feet by sitting back with the feet flat on the tops and leaning back a little bit, lifting your knees maybe. Let your body stop you, didn't need to stop you. Just letting out a little front of the foot and ankle stretching. And release. Diving out to your belly through the dolphin and forearm plank position. So this transition is brief but powerful. Forearms down, triangle of elbows and hands. Lift your knees by tucking your toes. Step in if you have space to step in. Lengthening the legs. Head down between the elbows. The shoulders are moving up into your body here as you press the forearm bones. Low belly lifts up. One more breath, dolphin pose. Transition the legs back. Lower your hips as you lift your head. Maybe your knees come down here. Just be where you are. Everything pulls towards the belly center with the front body. Legs firm. Downward pressing with the arms. Wide belt around the waist. One more time. Lower down and release your body's weight into the ground. Ease out, widen your legs down your front pelvis. You can rock it side to side. Just make some nice contact with the front body for a moment. Shoulders down the back. Turn your head to the left side if it's comfortable. Give it support. Heels out. 5 slow breaths. Perhaps the eyes take a little rest here. One more time. Whatever brings the most quietness with the eyes. Bring yourself back to center. Reactivate your legs, reaching them back hip distance apart, and bring your arms overhead. Long neck. So this is a little back bend already. So mindful of your neck and shoulders. Breathe out, a little tone in your tummy. Maybe the pelvic floor lifts a little bit as well. Right leg, left arm, lift and lower. Other side. Doesn't need to be a high movement, just a long one. 2 and 2. 3, 3, 4, 4. Not causing irritation, but welcoming strength. Give your weight back to the ground again. Go the other way with your head and just make some nice contact. Eyes can close most of the way or all the way. One more breath. Inhale. Grow with that breath. Bring yourself back to the forearm position to reverse off the belly. Lift to your knees, step them in. So you're in a little tabletop with your arms down. Tuck your toes, lift your knees to dolphin pose. One deep breath. Knees down, rise up, hands in the back pockets position, guiding the pelvis forward, lift into a little camel pose. Gaze down your nose. Lift your chest one more time. And release your pelvis back underneath. It's that front body. Bear pose. Hands ready, starting like downward dog hands. Tuck your toes and lift your knees 2 inches off the floor for 5 breaths. Make peace. Higher is a little easier, so if you might have to get a little higher at the end or keep challenging your lowness. And then straighten out your legs, step in, downward facing dog. Reset your hands, the shoulders wrap externally towards the heart. Make sure your neck is free to hang downward between the legs with your gaze. Inhale for 4. And 5. Breathing out. Stepping forward lightly with a bend in the knees. Look forward. Step lightly as far forward as it's comfortable enough. And then settle your feet, bend your knees, and stand up. Breathing. Teaching your body mindful transitioning. Exhale comes. Set your shoulders on top of your ribs and lower your arms slowly down to your sides, arriving in mountain pose. Tadasana. Think about the back heart, the shoulder blades a little broad at the top and together at the bottom. On the back, we'll have to sense without seeing. Try to really let your arm bones settle into the shoulder joints. And this informs the low back because everything's connected. One more breath with that back heart awareness. Strengthening our scapula with breath of fire practice. Nice early in the day breath practice. It's a pumping breath. Inhale, exhale. It's not hyperventilation. It's steady, but it's not as stretched out as the ujjayi. So start with an upward reach. Step out your feet comfortably wide. Breathe in. Feel how that matches this pose. Breathe out, hands into fists. Pull your elbows down by your sides. So you can stay really slow like that, or you can speed it up with the breath. I like to gradually speed up the pumping. And take the pranayama very slowly. Never force it. We'll do 2 sets, so let this be a few more times. Next time you reach up, let it be slow, open, spread, grow. Exhale. Pull a little resistance down. Release. Little swings. So this is twisting. Make sure your belly's relaxed. You're grounded. Don't overdo. Settle to center. Pick up and reset your feet. Nice contact, nice awareness. Breath of fire. 10 more, or 5 if you're doing them slow. Pulling energy on the way down. What can be softened? Are you gripping anywhere? Your jaw, your brain? Let's go one more time. Slow, opening energy, in breath, let space in the breath happen. Out breath, pulling. Just resisting that coming down. The feet, and a mindful swing or 2 each way. Not throwing your body around. Exhale, settle. Grounding. Sun gratitude time. Inhale, upward reach. Make sure you lift your whole ribcage so your low back is long in this pose. Forward fold, exhale. Do you want to separate your feet or forward fold? Tilt your pelvis, just like when you're sitting. And come where you come. Let it feel complete movement. Tuck chin at the end. Halfway lift, you might not go very far. Just lengthen through the top of your head. So you let go of the forward fold. Exhale that back to down to plank pose. We need to do a little working to this different position. And just one breath out to establish it. Upward facing dog, bring down your knees, release your toes. Guiding the pelvis forward to lengthen the front body, just the right amount. Listen to your body here. Go slowly through your knees, back to puppy, stretching back. So showing variations that you can stay in. Downward dog if you'd like to lift your knees. 5 slow breaths. First, making any refinements. It's okay to move around a little bit if you want to just listen to what your body's asking for. And then to settle into stillness for 2 more breaths. Ground the heels of your hands, uplifting your belly. Long spine on the exhale so the tail reaches away from the hands. Come forward with light steps or hopping, breathing into half lift pose. Where were you when we came in? On your shins. Wherever you reach, breathe out, forward fold. You can move your hands or not. Standing up, so feet and head start together. Press into your feet, use your legs. Spine extends through the top of the head. Spin your arms into the upward reach. And exhale, slowly bring down your arms and reset your mountain. So the mountain is in everything. It is all Tadasana. It's one yoga expression that makes some sense to me. Again, inhale, upward reach. Take 2 more times like that. Exhale, forward fold. Let it be meditative. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, go back one breath, Balasana, or at the elbows, hugging in, shift forward. Arms straight to upward dog or cow sky. Transition to down dog or puppy. For 1. Monday I talked about focusing on strength in this pose. If you tend to be flexible, take out some of that reaching of the heart down and focus on strength. This is a core body pose. One more time. Focusing on strength instead of making a back bend. Come forward, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. Inhale, stand up. Exhale. Release your arms, set your shoulders, set your back heart. One more. Slow breathing. 10 poses. Trini is the half lift. 3, 4 is the going back to a plank of your choice. Pancha, 5, upward facing dog pose. Shot, downward facing dog pose of choice. One more time, breathe out. Sapta, 7, coming forward, bend your knees. Asho, 8, forward fold, breathe out. Hopefully getting a little bit less resistant each time we pass through these shapes. Stand up, breathe in. Releasing tension through movement. And breathe out, bring down your arms. And I was stressing the mind settling, the breathing part. We also reduce our suffering by taking care of our physical bodies. Strong and open. Standing practice. Feet under the hips. Elephant pose. Like you're going back into a chair. Hinge at your hip crease. It's okay to squat low. We're not going to do the back bend yet. First the squat. And then for elephant, the elbows and hands together. Bring to the center of your forehead. And that's going to bring you upright a little bit. As you spread your feet and lower. 2, 3, creating strength, no harming. 4, one more time, spread feet, hips low. Maybe you feel strength happening in your hip joints. Come on up with a strong press and release to center. And then the next counter pose is a forward fold to stretch out that very area. So on your forward tilt, your knees may bend. Guide yourself into forward fold for a stay. So we pass through a number of times. Do that one, hands down wherever they reach, head down. Or do the elbows or other variations. I love Hatha Hastasana myself, the coming under with the hands. Just helps traction the whole back of the body. Okay, 5 breaths. Calm. Uddiyana Bandha, little uplift in your low belly happens here. 4, slowly breathing again. You stand up with awareness, bring your hands to your pelvis. And just like we stand in sun salutations, use your legs, have an extended spine. And release mountain pose. Wide squat, please turn to the right side of your mat. Step out from the center and turn your toes and knees to the sides. Challenging yourself, but gently, not falling over. Track your knees right towards your toes. Really looking sensing that, not letting them collapse inward. That's not good for you. So change your feet if you need to. Come on down to Utkatakhanasana, fierce angle pose. Right down the center line, tall spine. Set the back heart position and bring up your hands towards the sky. Just let them float. Concentrate on this. 2 more breaths. Breathing out. To stand, press feet, squeeze glutes. Intentionally activate those muscles to come up and release. Extend triangle to the front of your mat. Angle in the back foot a little bit, turn the front one out. You may slide lightly down that leg as one way of coming in, looking down at your foot. And then turn your head with a nice long spine. Eyes sideways towards the sky. For 1, 2, rounding the low belly with the exhales. Below the breath. Exhale again. Inhale, come up and create warrior V position by bending your knee. Change your feet if you need to, or just do a little shorter stance. Chest and back equally broad, head turning. Maintaining that ability to turn our necks independently. One more time. Virabhadrasana B. Exhale, bring down your arms and release. Knee bend. Those 2 on the other side. Triangle and warrior V. Stay legs for triangle. Sliding down lightly today. Feel yourself tilt to the side. Gaze down at your foot. And then there's this opening, probably opening above, but we do that lying twist and reach the arm open across the body. And your up reach, shoulders down, long neck. 3, 4, keeping the front body toned a little bit to lengthen the back body. Use your whole, the wide belt around the waist idea could be nice for that, releasing out of triangle. And coming into warrior. Bend your knee over your ankle. If you don't need to change your feet, just keep it a little short today. At the head turn. Balancing effort and ease. Sthirasukha Asana. One more breath out. Bring down your arms at the end. Bring yourself back to the front section of your mat. Forward facing poses. Left leg back first. You have to mix it up which one you start with. Left leg back. Forward stance. Parsvottanasana. Practicing arms behind the body too. So usually a good idea to get them back there. Start low, work your way up your back gradually over time. Hands together in some way. Breathe in. Lengthen your spine. Breathe out. Bow forward. So it's that tilt from the pelvis. Tilt pelvis. Gaze big toe or shin. So we're lengthening out, spreading the feet. Elbows lift lightly towards the ceiling. Take out extra tension in the neck. Your forehead has gravity towards the leg. One more time. Inhale, coming up. Try to use both of your legs for that. And release your arms. Warrior A, I'm going to do the toes forward a few times on the front leg today to make space for a knee bend over the ankle. Keep it a little short, that's fine. Curious. Eagle or shoulder hug. Wrap or lift the hands. Bring the arms together in front of the body. One more breath. Use the arms, straighten your leg, lean forward, and change sides. Setting the straight leg stance first, Parsvottanasana, side stretching pose. Thumbs come behind the back and up to your own degree. Knuckle pressing is a nice intro place instead of getting the hands together back there. Start with something like that. Breathe in, get some length. Breathe out, the forward tilt. Elbows lift lightly as you carry on your journey down and out, and then find a place to be steady, long neck, feet spread. So grounding, all that energy going through the feet into the ground. One more time, breathe out. Inhale, come up, strengthens the whole body. Release your arms down and away. Give them a little love as you give yourself room to bend your knee for Warrior A, a little short. Left elbow underneath, shoulder hug or eagle. Just bring the arms together in front of the body this time. Integrate all of this. The pose is the object of your meditation. One more time. Lower your elbows, release your arms, and work your way out of the shape. You can step forward and turn to the side. Looking at a Warrior C variation, and then we'll get back down on the ground. So then shift into your right leg, twist, get a piece of paper under your left foot if you can. Try to wait until you feel a little activation here, a little waking up of outer hip strength. And then over to the other side, come through center, feel your weight shift and ground into both. And then a slow lean off in the other direction. Maybe your toes stay on the ground, maybe get a little space under that foot. You can use this preparation as a place to study the gaze as well. Choose a spot, maybe 4 feet out from the floor. Neutralize whatever it is. Just let your eyes stay steady there and release. Okay, so now we're doing Warrior C is a forward list with the back leg, the leg going back. So use your toes down, just explore that shape. And release, try the other side. Spread foot, right leg going back, just dragging the toe, big toe back as you lean forward, holding up the hip crease. Release. Back to the first side, trying about 5 times, coming in and out, and then holding. So I'm going to start with my hard side. Lift and bow forward, and release. It's okay if your toe stays on the ground the whole time, that's fine. Wherever your arms help you, that's fine too. 3, I think I forgot that was 4. And 5. Stay for 5. If you need to reset, reset. 2, 3. You move your back leg around to help you keep your balance. One more time. Try to come down slowly if you can. Challenge yourself gently there. Determination. These are awesome for that. Total concentration. Other side. Mountain. Easy. Eyes. Tilt forward with the back leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming out. Let that diffuse. Give you a little bit of freestanding movement, hips, shoulders. What do you like? A little of all of it. Just to let go of all that real stability work and get a little more flow happen. Breathing in, interlace your fingers, press up, lift the back ribs. Not just the front, and then a little side bend to the right. Up to center, and a little side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Releasing your fingers. Transition. Take your time. Feet separate. Tilt forward, slide down. Breathing out. With your right leg stepping back. Meaning with your blocks. Anjaneyasana. Coming down to the back knee. Coming to a lunge on the knee. Heading your knee forward with your toes. Shoulders stay back, resting on the ribs. You determine how much you come into this back bend. One more time. Abundance pose to follow. Center up with your pelvis. Come to the heel of your front leg. And forward and down. So there's that tilt into forward fold again with the balance challenge, or ground your hands, whichever you'd like to do. You can ground them at the end if you'd like to keep them off for now. Toes draw back. Back foot is grounded. One more time. Ground your hands for that finishing moment. Bend your knee and bring your heel back. Other side. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. This forward knee, forward towards the toes. Just the right amount, not harming. A nice flow of energy in the spine. Settle your shoulders and your gaze. It just is. Try not to be attached or averse. Transition to the counter pose, Ardha Hanumanasana. Pose back. Tilt forward for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ground your hands at the end. If they're not, and then bring your leg back. I was thinking that we could do pigeon pose today. For the outer hip stretch, if you prefer, come to your back and pick your floor. It's fine, alternative. Bring your left knee forward on your neck. So your left heel is in front of your right hip. You can bring some elevation like a pillow underneath your hip if it's up high, lowering yourself out over the front leg. Come on in if you know where you're going with this. It is okay to be over on the side of the hip and gradually coming out and down. From there, you can recenter your pelvis if that works. And starting with the knee folded in deeply on itself is the most protective for the knee joint. So know where you are with that. Stick with that if that's feeling right. Outer hip stretch. Just take what you need from what I say. Gotta give the full talk. And we're here breathing. Always feel free to stop if you need to or change something. Slowly breathing again. Take your time with coming out, just like we did coming in. And it's nice to move that hip joint. You can do it from tabletop or downward dog, like taking your left leg back and just reaching, moving around the hip a few times. Few breaths. And then the second side, meet it where it is. Less of a talk on this side since we established some things, but now you have this new project, this side of your body. So I did that sit on the outer hip to come in, lowering down. Once down, recentering, squarish with the pelvis, lifting back up. Explore your own body today. Breathe slowly. Exhaling for 3. Activating your belly lightly on the exhales. Using our deep core to protect our joints. Gradually releasing out. You could go back to the side of the hip as you come up. What do you need to do to take care of yourself? Only 3 moving hip on that side. Let's try to let that joint have some space. Come and sit down as you're ready. And come to Baddha Konasana to give the inner legs a little attention. Feet together, knees apart, pose, round angle. Find is the hold on with the hands around the ankles or the feet. Bring your heels towards your pelvis to your own degree. Maybe a little gentle rocking. You could fold forward if you felt like it, or stay upright today and let your knees rest out to the sides. Settle to stillness if you're moving. Breathe deeply one more time. Janu Shirsasana, let's come right into it from here. So use your hand to bring your right leg in and stretch out along your left foot, keeping that about where it is. Head out over that extended leg. Soft and calm, coming into the quieting side of things. Breath, finding its rhythm pretty well established. Patiently coming back if you wander away from that. One more time. Knee head pose, breathing out. Navel towards the spine. Breathe in, come up. Just asking yourself to be aware as you change. So from Baddha Konasana to the second side, Janu Shirsasana. Out and down. Take your time. Find just the right amount of forwardness and downness. Settle your hands, your breath. It's a little energy of lengthening out and down. Breathing out one more time with that awareness of the navel in, the end of the exhale. Slowly rise up, breathing in. Release your folded knee out to the side. If you need a little anything before you lie down, just a few more minutes. So clothing, comfort for rest. We'll meet in Tagada Mudra. So lie down legs straight, resist, lie down if you can. until you need to roll back. And Hatha Mudra is the lying down mountain pose. You take a moment if you need to refine your low back position or anything by bringing your knees in or buttock flush down towards the heels. Feet flat like you're standing. Arms by your sides, palms flat on the floor, shoulders down. Activate your body like mountain pose, breathing in. Feel your ribcage expand. Breathing out, feel the ribcage contract. And the breath goes down into the pool of the belly. This is the full gesture, the full seal. Twice more. Stand, breathe in, gently activate it. Body, exhale, deeply ground to your belly center. Repeating strong breath pattern and a grounded front rib cage. One more time. Breathing out. And it's with that toning, we can learn to lift our legs straight up off the ground. Not sure? Don't do it that way. Pull in your heels or step them in and then lift. See if you can just lift your legs together, knees bent. And then stretch them up towards the sky. Come to your upside down leg pose of choice. I'll lead legs in the air today, but you can do shoulder stand if you like. Legs in the air, it can be nice to park your hands a little bit under or next to your seat to help give it a place to rest. Add some ankle pumps. Perhaps noticing how far down your legs you feel that movement of the feet and the toes. And then let your legs relax, your big toes together. Is your neck long? Five more slow breaths wherever you are with this practice. Find stillness. Softening the eyes. Last one. And thinking about how you came in, the release. Bring your arms back out to the Hatha Mudra position, grounding them. And you can lower your legs straight. If that brings strain to your back, please bend your knees and then lower. And all of that is good and strengthening. Step apart your feet and do some side to side movements with the knees. Widening the arms. Maybe rolling the palms towards the ceiling, just changing that energy. Your head could rock side to side here, opposite from the knees, if you want to add that in. Settle into a twist of your body's choice on the right side. The cat stretch is just the allowing of the knees to come comfortably to one side in a loose way. Settle your feet comfortably. Let your head roll the other way and your arms or one arm stretch out. Settling the arms. It's an open belly twist, the cat stretch, like that seated one we did earlier today. And you want to do some belly breathing. Letting go of the Uddiyana energy. One more time when you're ready, breathe in. Breathe out. It's naturally grounding and you can add that awareness of Uddiyana For the transition to the second side, slowly roll your head, come back to center, settle to center, and then the other side, let it gradually rotate your spine in a resting position. Settle everything and breathe quietly. Exhale, little belly grounds. Maybe a hand there. Observe the coming back with control to center. And now some front and back movement by bringing knees to chest and doing a little knees in and away. You can hold behind or on the shins. Side to side. One more, front and back. Stretch out. You could try lowering both knees again, rounding the low belly and the arms. Both feet together, sorry, knees bent. Stretch out. The front pelvis, you make it open. Settle your shoulder blades. Check in with your lower back. Let everything fall away from the midline of your body. The halves of the brain. The lungs off to each side. Rest your eyes and your breathing and be still. Continue letting go. About 15 or 20 cycles of breath in, rest. Now a gradual reanimation, the electricity of movement. Free expression of that transition for your body here. This is not prescribed. Follow your own order of things, of releasing. You can rock to sitting or come over to one side for that transition. Tucking yourself in and finding that back heart alignment one more time, that easy shoulders. Observe your energy. This is part of you now. it brings you in a quality of grounded energy, reserves of calm energy, awareness that rest can improve how you get through everything that you have to do. Thanks for joining me for being practice. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace.